So, man, thanks for joining us today, man. It's the Big Time Bullies YouTube channel. For people that don't know you, man, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Tone Roldan. I guess you could say president of Duval Bullyz, owner of Waffle House, World Star, Hero, Biggie, many other top dogs out there.
So, man, let's take it back a little bit, man. So, how'd you get started with dogs? I seen you from you're from New York, correct?
Yep. I'm from born and raised in the Bronx. So I was about 14 years old, and then moved down to Florida. And
so, about when you were growing up as a child, were you into dogs back then, or is it just something that you started as an adult?
Yeah, as a kid, I had a pit bull. And growing up in New York, everybody had pit bulls. It was like cool. A lot of people fought them. A lot of people trained them for different things. And I just remember like a lot of the older dudes in the neighborhood having cool dogs that did tricks and all kind of crazy stuff. So I eventually got a pit bull I was probably about 5 or 6 years old. And that was my first dog. He eventually wound up getting worms. We didn't know how to treat it. We were just new to having a dog, period. So we wound up giving him to a friend. And that was the end of my dog journey. But I always knew I wanted to get one when I got older. And that's when it began, yeah. About 2012.
Nice. So that was young. So you knew that you liked dogs at a young age then, huh?
Yeah, there was always some type of dog around the house, whether it was a Chihuahua or something. But I just knew I wanted a pit bull. But the stereotype around it all, growing up is they're gonna kill you, they're aggressive and things like that. So I just waited till I was old enough and responsible enough to get one, and eventually got one.
About what age was that, or what year was that? Do you remember?
It was 2012. I was already an adult. I'm married, got a kid. My wife at the time was anti-pit bull, didn't want me to get one. My goal was to, when I got one, was to prove her wrong and train it and prove everybody wrong that it's not the dog, it's the owners. And I bought my $250 pit bull off of Craigslist. And, you couldn't tell me nothing. People were trying to sell me $1,500 Bullyz, $2,000. I'm like, man, I'm not paying. Man, they sell them things for $250 on Craigslist.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get me a $251. I showed it off even to the people who tried to sell me $2,000 Bullyz. And, I made the best out of it. I trained them, taught them tricks, had them doing all kind of stuff. And I ran out of things to do, and I needed something positive to do with them. And then I found the Abkc. And started hitting shows, hit my first show, and got 3 first places, and I was hooked from then. The journey began.
Actually, that show that you're speaking of, do you remember where it was at, and and what year it was?
Yeah, it was 2013, early 2013, maybe in February or March. It was in Plant City, Florida, or Dade City, Florida. A lot of the shows back then were outside.
But what was the vibe like? I know things have changed a lot. What was the vibe like at those particular shows in those early years?
Like I said, it was just a bunch of people I didn't know, and people were sharing beers with us, inviting us to their booth. Everybody's complimenting my dog, like I said, was a $250 blue pit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a bully, but people showed me love and, gave me the confidence to go out there and try to show them. My first show I didn't even show. It was just like let's go see what it's about type deal. Right. And then after that, first one, just kicking it with everybody, was like, yo, let's hit this next one. You know what I'm saying? Hit it. I got some wins. And then it was just addicting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I couldn't wait for the next show. I mean, that was like the only time I won at that time. But it was like, after that, it was like, I just kept going back and just getting seconds, thirds, might squeeze a first every month or two. And that was enough for me to just keep on grinding. And just the people were just super accepting, even still, you know what I'm saying? Like if you go to enough shows, you're gonna meet a lot of good people.
What was What was it about the American Bully that when you seen it, you were like, okay, I'm gonna switch over from this pit bull that I got to an American Bully?
Well, yeah, I thought I had a bully.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I thought I had a bully until, you know, I got my actual paperwork. I see it's ADBA.
Right. I was
go
gonna
to the
ask you
show.
about that too. I was gonna ask you because that's all the pit bulls I had back in the day were ABDA pit bulls.
Yeah, they were all he was ADBA, and you know, I got him like UKC transferred, and you know, I did all the legit stuff, and then I go to the Abkc show and I see King Gotti, I see like a lot of Dax dogs and just that wide bone, like that's what I wanted when I was shopping. You know, you see the pictures, but then it's like, you know, you buy this blue one, it's like he's gonna turn into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like. He just, you know, once I started hitting shows, I started learning the standard, studying the standard, listening to these judges, talking to these judges, and understanding what I had and seeing what was winning, and was like, okay, I got to get a bully. You know what I'm saying? I started following this dude and got a dog from that line, and that was the beginning of, you know, me buying my first bully. You know what I'm saying? She wound up turning out classic. She wasn't a bully, but she was a classic. She wound up champing out. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my first dog I actually champed out and was able to, you know, just travel a lot with her. You know, all the wins she kept doing motivated me to leave Florida and go to Georgia, try Alabama. We went to Virginia. You know, I chased Ron Ramos around. You know, he was like famous back then. So it's like if you get to showing to him and even win, it's like, hell yeah, I got something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was just doing little stuff like that, trying to just grow myself and my kennel, and you know, that was just the early grind.
And so, did you have a mentor back then? I know, you know, you mentioned Ron. I know he mentored a lot of people. Did you have a mentor?
I actually began when I started with Duval. I wound up getting with Black Label, and that's how I wound up getting Waffle House. But I find myself to be mentored by a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like people I see in the community doing good. You know, even though they might not know they're mentoring me. You know what I'm saying? I take things from everybody who does successful stuff. So. But Kino was my main mentor. He taught me how to stack a dog correctly. He told me how to take pictures the right way. He told me how to promote my dog, talk on Facebook, how to handle business, how to run a crew. You know, what dogs should sell for, you know, just everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was the main person I would say taught me everything. And like I said, that's who I wound up getting my first real bully, Waffle House. That was like 2015. I got Waffle, and yeah, that was the beginning for the real deal.
So, what would you say at that particular time? What would you say the goal was? What was the vision that you had?
At that time, you know, I was just a trainer. I trained a lot of people's dogs. I showed a lot of other people's dogs. I did a lot of winning for other people. So at that time, for me, it was just getting a dog that I could do some winning with. You know what I'm saying? It was like Waffle House was that dog. You know, I champed out my female, but she, you know, that's all she can do. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't go no further than that. So now I'm looking for more. I need a grand champ now. You know, I want to get in Waffle. And, you know, the goal was to do some winning for myself. You know, I won all this stuff for other people. I'm getting all these trophies and stuff and handing it over. It was like, dang, I want to feel some of this too on the other end. So I wound up getting Waffle. We wound up champion, grand champion. And yeah, I mean, the goal was never to be like no breeder or, you know, do all the stuff I'm doing now. But, you know, at first it was just strictly just showing, having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Get my family involved in it, my friends. And, you know, it turned into something else. Eventually we got World Star, and you know, that's a whole nother movie.
You know, being that you started with the Abkc, do you show in any other registries?
We haven't. We never showed in any other like bully registry. We show AKC, we show UKC with our Frenchies and stuff like that. But we never ventured off to any other registries just because, you know, it's like all the comps in the Abkc, you know what I'm saying, for what we breed for as far as the standard. So we just always stuck to that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I prefer the titles that mean the most.
Yeah. You know, Facebook's been around for a while and Instagram came later. do you feel like social media has changed um, the perception of the American Bully, and do you see social media benefiting the breed, or kind of just taking away from what we should be doing with the breed?
I mean, it has its benefits, obviously, because we could reach a lot of people that we normally wouldn't reach and things like that. But for the show world, people feel like they don't need to go to shows because they see enough of the dog on, I guess, pictures is enough and videos is enough. So that's a bad thing because people, you could be anybody you want to on social media, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I mean, for me, if people know how to use it the right way, it could definitely benefit you. But, you got to go out. If you're a breeder and, really want to better your yard the right way, definitely 100% you need to go see dogs in person, put your hands on them, watch them show. Even if they don't show, it's just good to see a dog in person and really know what you're breeding to, you know what I'm saying?
So before, like in the early days when you wanted to breed to a stud, would you travel to go see that dog?
That was like the only way, you know what I'm saying? Like even my puppies for me, you know what I'm saying? Like I bred to dogs that were popular, that I thought were popular, but I went and seen them, you know what I'm saying? I seen them at a show, I seen tons of picture, video, so it was like I need to go see these dogs in person. And that's what I did, you know what I'm saying? For pretty much every dog except when I bred the Demon Boy. That was the first one. He was in UK, but I had World Star at the time, and I just knew the direction I was trying to go.
Do you think right now that the American Bully is being portrayed, and even the Frenchies, do you think they're being portrayed correctly on social media? Do you like the way they're being portrayed on social media, personally?
Frenchies, I mean, I don't see many much bad stuff. I try to only follow people who do positive things. So
right.
A lot of the negative stuff I don't see, and people who don't follow the standard and stuff like that. So I really don't see much. Every blue moon, I might see a hairy Frenchie or something crazy. And, to each their own personally. But, for me, we stick to the standard. Bullies, I see a lot of good dogs, you know what I'm saying? You didn't come to our show, but I mean, there was tons of good dogs out there. Classes were packed with quality dogs. Even the stack stage was jumping, you know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of good dogs. So there's tons of good dogs out there. It's just people focus on a lot of the drama because it brings, likes. And that's what people want to see too, you know what I'm saying? So people will talk about it, but personally, it just depends on who you follow. I don't follow a lot of that stuff, so I don't see much of the crazy shit, and I just try to avoid it.
Yeah, I hear that, man. Me as well, bro. But sometimes, you just run across that stuff, and it's just like, it's hard for me to understand what people are doing, but I get it, man. To each his own, like you said. I just try to do the right thing on my end.
Yeah, that's all you can do, man. Shit, I mean, it's too hard to focus on all your stuff you doing and then even paying attention to some negative stuff that really ain't got nothing to do with you. But, if these people are going to take their concepts and make it into a breed at some point, all breeds started somewhere.
Right.
And, if you're going to do it with health and good structure and build something positive at some point, you know what I'm saying, then go for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that. Hey, so, back then, man, did you ever see yourself like hosting shows and being at the status that you're at now?
Nah, I mean, I feel like a regular dude still, you know what I'm saying? I never, like I said, intended to host shows or be a breeder or nothing. I painted houses like my whole life. I always worked. And, once I found these dogs, it was like, something that I was good at, you know what I'm saying, outside of just being a regular person, you know what I'm saying? So I started training all these dogs and hitting shows I've been to Thailand because of these dogs. I've been all over the country. I've seen all kind of people, you know what I'm saying? So just that alone inspired me to, at some point, I only went to throw a show because I wasn't happy with how shows were being thrown.
Right.
So it was like, let me do something that I feel like this is how it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been to enough shows to get a little bit of greatness out of each one and put it all in one. And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We eventually in 2019 took that plateau jump and and here we go. You know what I'm saying? We're one of the biggest shows in the country.
Nice, man. I heard a lot of good things about it. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, man. I'm going to plan on the next one. I really want to get out there. I've never been to that area, so I'd love to make it out there and make a movie of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It was dope. It's a lot of videos out there on YouTube. I'm just seeing some like even as early as yesterday. So it's dope. It was dope.
How far are you into? How many generations are you into your own bloodline and things like that?
Bullyz, we about 4 gens in right now. 5 with other dogs, but you know, it's a process. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do breedings and you don't have a female. You know, to continue the generations, or you have a female and then she catches pyometra at some point and you wind up having to skip, or you don't, you know, it takes time. So I've been doing this, like I said, since 2012. I probably started breeding in 2016 for real. And then, you know, we're in 2023. So yeah, I mean, you know, we're messing with different stuff, you know. I'm never in a rush to, you know, I'm in this for the long haul, so it's like I'm not in a rush to just doing a bunch of breedings. We only do like 2 breedings a year with Bullyz. Frenchies, the same thing. You know, I'm like on my 3rd generation of Frenchies. But it's just a process, you know what I'm saying? Like some people think I'm like this, I got 100 dogs, I only got like 12 dogs here. You know, I only been breeding but so long. But we just try to do it the right way, to the standard, our way, with, you know, good type, good sound, good movement, and great health, you know what I'm saying? And it's been working for us all these years.
The dog that you're breeding for, the vision that you have as far as the dog that you want to produce, has that vision changed at all throughout the years, or is it always been the same thing in your mind that you're looking for? Or you're just trying to continue to improve on every dog that you produce?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is always to get better. You know, no dog is perfect. I'm trying to win nationals. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal for me. So I breed towards winning that. You know what I'm saying? So I see the dogs that's winning. I see the dogs that's at the top. I had a dog in World Star that could have been a national winner. So I've been focused on still trying to meet a dog that look like him. You know what I'm saying? That can compete at that level. And we got a lot of dogs. There's dogs out there right now, you know, that I've produced. Kong is one, Bolt is another one. There's a bunch of them out there. But, you know, the goal is to have one yourself, you know what I'm saying? So.
And when you see those dogs, I mean, I know you're happy that they won or they're at the status that they're at, but does it make you wish you kept the dog?
It does. You know what I'm saying? It does, because, you know, you don't do those breedings again. And even if you did, you know, that type of stuff doesn't happen again. So it's like, when I did the breeding, I did it for a female. I needed a female. And, you know, it was only 3 males born. It was 13 puppies total. And, you know, I missed out. But there's a lot of dogs I can say I wish I kept. And, you know, they all went to good places regardless. So it still works out.
As of right now, you know, you said you want to produce that dog that wins nationals for you. I actually seen you at nationals last year. What dog were you showing there?
Gunner. I was showing Gunner. We showed Frenchies. My daughter does Frenchies, and junior handler, and yeah, that was pretty much it. As far as Bullyz and my female prim, we have another bully female.
I seen you guys at nationals. Do you only wear suits to nationals, or you wear suits to every show?
Nah, every show I just come regular, you know what I'm saying? T-shirts, some shorts, you know what I'm saying? Nationals is nationals though. You're gonna meet a lot of people, you're gonna network, you gotta look the part, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to win it, you know what I'm saying? So my boy Gunner did good. He made it to the final 5 in the champion class. It was like 50 champions, so he made it to the top 5. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, the goal is to win it. So you gotta look sharp, just in case you win it. You know, you never know.
Yeah, for sure. You prepared for any situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, you know, I hope you reach that goal, man. It looks like you're on the path to do that. You know, there's a lot of new breeders coming in. American Bullies are real popular. Do you have any or maybe give us like 3 keys to help people become successful as breeders and handlers and participating in shows.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, man. Study the breed that you're gonna show. Understand the breed. That way you know how to show it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go out there and just show their dog and don't understand how to stack the dog because they don't know what the standard is asking for. So understand the standard for the dog that you're gonna show or breed towards or whatever. Find a good mentor, somebody to like I said earlier, you don't have to necessarily bug somebody for them to be a mentor, but you could just see how they move. You know what I'm saying? Find people who move incorrect in the community, follow them, and move the same way. Just do it your style, and yeah, just hit as many shows as you can. You know what I'm saying? Network. You know, I haven't become Tone overnight. You know what I'm saying? So it's been years of me grinding, hitting shows all over the country. So I say do the same. You know, have fun doing it. Don't be a sore loser. You know, because like I said in the beginning, you know, I took a bunch of losses until I realized I didn't have a bully, and I wound up getting what I needed and just kept advancing, just understanding what I had and keep moving. So yeah, just don't be a sore loser. Don't stay out of drama. You know what I'm saying? Study the standards, hit a bunch of shows, get yourself out there, and stay positive for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's good advice, man. Because I know it's a lot of youngsters coming up in the game, and you know, sometimes they need to hear those type of things from somebody like you that's been doing it for a while.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a get money quick scheme. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing this because somebody tried to sell you a bully for $3,500, and you're thinking like, damn, if I can sell a bully for $3,500, I can have 10 of them. Like, it doesn't always work out like that. You know, you got to spend a lot of money. Like I said, I've been showing dogs. Showing dogs cost money, you know what I'm saying? So I've been showing dogs for years before I started breeding, and then I knew what I wanted to breed for, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
definitely do your research.
The things you just said, man, every person that's been in the community for a long time doing what you're doing, they almost say the same exact thing as what you said. It's not a get rich quick scheme, and you're gonna spend money to achieve the goals in this. So would you say it's more of a hobby than anything? Because you know, I see more people spending money than making money.
I would say 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a hobby. Of course, there's people in the community that make money. But for 85% of the people in the community, it's 100% spending more than they're making. So, you know, it's not, especially if you're showing, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there who breed, you know, non-show dogs and sell dogs, you know what I'm saying? But that type of stuff don't last forever. So you can't breed like that.
Do you feel like there's a big divide in the American bully as far as like people that show and people that don't?
I don't. I mean, I'm kind of you know, I deal with both ends of it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people who are great at what they do, who don't go to shows. You know what I'm saying? I have amazing dogs and dogs that I still use of theirs and they just don't participate in shows. Like, everybody doesn't need the participation trophy, you know what I'm saying? The pit to pay for somebody's opinion of their dog, you know, once you understand what you have, you know what I'm saying? For new people, yes, you need to be hitting shows. Don't think you're just gonna do what the big people are doing. It just don't work like that. But for people who've been around forever, yeah, I see a lot of great breeders and that don't hit shows, you know, but used to hit shows. They just don't need to no more. I mean, I don't even hit as many shows as I used to. We still send dogs out. Like, my daughter's at a show every weekend, but I personally ain't at a show every weekend like I used to.
Maybe I worded it wrong. Maybe I don't mean divided, but I mean, do you think that the people that are breed, like, not all people, but some of the people that breed dogs that don't, do you think they don't care about the standard because they're not breeding show dogs?
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't care about the standard. You know, there's people who just breed for money, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, I made a whole post about it today, you know what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that messes up breeds, you know what I'm saying? That's why, but concepts get created and people start experimenting, and, you know, it's just like the streets, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the law, but, you know, you're going to commit crime still because it's a fast dollar, you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to grind and do it the hard way. So, yeah, I mean, you got people who do it, but what can you do? You know what I'm saying? You got to keep doing it your way, do it the right way, set the good example, and just keep your foot on their neck, you know what I'm saying? And eventually you just hope you can turn those people around to start doing it the right way too.
So there's an Abkc show coming up on the 29th in Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I read was they're going to have the first Merle exhibition show, fun show or something. Did you read that?
Nah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know.
It's a fun show?
That's what it said on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Merle personally, you know what I'm saying? Because it's never been a part of the standard, you know what I'm saying? But so many people doing it now, you know what I'm saying? You see it in almost every breed, and you know, how do you avoid it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if they throw it in the standard, I'm not messing with it, you know what I'm saying? But
do you think they should be able to show since they're being registered?
Nah, I mean, AKC is the same way. AKC takes Merles and all kind of crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? They just not allowed to show. You know what I'm saying? So you can register your litters, you can breed them, I guess, however you want to, but just know you can't step into the show ring, you know what I'm saying? And
hey, do you know the judge he has tattoos all over his head?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy I seen had the post on his.
I think I heard about it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% sure, you know what I'm saying? I don't see a lot about the show, but I heard about it.
Yeah, so yeah, I was just wondering what you thought about it, man. You know, everybody has their opinion, and I respect.
I mean, I've seen exotic shows at Abkc shows, you know,
right.
Like fun shows,
right? On the side, so yeah.
It's really just another way to bring people, you know, that hosts do, to bring people into the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure maybe in their country there's probably tons of Merles. It's like, yo, let's just throw a fun show for them, and who knows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's enough fitting the standard at this point to where they say, hey man, let's let these dogs step into the show ring and show, you know, I've seen a Frenchie win already. You know, they allowed the Frenchie, and it's
what, a Merle Frenchie?
A Merle Frenchie won a breed at a nationals in a different country somewhere.
But I think I seen a Merle Frenchie at the Houston Nationals last year.
Yeah, that's the same one that actually won out of the country. Yeah, so he came to, like, you know, because everybody was tripping when he won. So he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna come over there and show y'all what it's about. But you know.
Yeah, I put it in the video, and I was waiting for people to comment in the comments, but I guess because the video was so long, maybe they didn't catch it. But I put it in the video.
He's a well put together dog, you know what I'm saying? If you know, understand the standard, outside of his color and a few other things, you know what I'm saying? He's not perfect, obviously, but you know, he was, you know, well put together, you know what I'm saying, for what he was. So that's what I'm saying. If the Bullyz can do it, and you know, I know the Oldies are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to get the Merle pattern accepted in their breed as well. So, you know, as long as people could do it right, you know, at some point it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like you said, man, there's so many people doing it. And they're here, and I don't think they're going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're everywhere. So it's like, at least try to do it right. And you get enough people doing it right, maybe you could convince a registry to let you show.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Hey, so, you know, I'd like to do another interview with you in the future. I know you got stuff to do, man. I still got to go outside and clean some kennels before it gets dark.
Yeah, but, I'm on the same shit.
Yeah, is there anything you want to share with anybody, man, with the viewers? You know, some upcoming stuff you got going on, or just some words of advice for people out there?
I just want to thank you for, you know, the opportunity to get on your platform. You know, I've been meaning to get on here for the longest.
Yeah,
and I've been slacking. You know, once I get in show promotion mode, it's like I'm nonstop, and then we still show. We're having puppies and stuff all the time, and just been busy. But you know, I'm here. I finally made it. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
To the people who follow you, you know what I'm saying? Keep grinding. Like I said, find a good mentor and follow them. Come out to the next Jacksonville Bully Showdown, March 30th, 2024. We only do one a year, so you gotta make it.
Nice.
And yeah, just follow us on Facebook, Tone Lokester, Duval Bullyz. And
what about your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Yeah, that's my Instagram, Tone Lokester, Duval Bullyz. Facebook is Tone Roldan. And I think that's all I got.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, one more question. How'd you come up with the name Duval Bullyz?
That's the county we live in. Jacksonville is Duval County, you know what I'm saying? So it's Jacksonville, Florida, and Duval is the county, and that's the Jaguars. I'm a Bills fan, don't put me with the Jags now, but you'll hear them screaming Duval.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just been Duval. I used to be Duval Pitts.
Oh, okay.
And then people in the bully game was like, shit, man, it's the bully game, man. You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be Duval Bullyz. And it only took me one show to go to, and then we switched from Duval Pitts to Duval Bullyz.
What's the top dog you got in the camp right now?
Right now, Big Guns. He's a champion. He's got one champion win. We have only shown him in the champion class a few times. And Hero, our main feature stud, is Hero as far as Abkc Frenchie. He's grand champion. He's like the number 14th non-sporting dog in the country. So he's doing pretty good.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna get with you soon. I'll continue to share all your stuff, man. Promote what you got going on, and if you ever want to come back on and talk about something, man, I'm free to do it whenever. And like I said, man, I appreciate you, bro.
For sure, big dog. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Yo.